Yes, good afternoon to you all. I come here as Professor Frederick Ebot Ashu, leadership expert at the Department of Educational Foundation and Administration, Faculty of Education, University of Boya. I'll be talking today about Christian Wiyghan Tumi, philosophy, and his leadership contribution for sustainable development. This video will cover the life, philosophy, and the leadership contribution of Cardinal Tumi for sustainable development. I will start by discussing about his life. Tumi was a cardinal, as we all know, who worked for peace in Cameroon, was born on the 15th of October 1930 in Kakalakelaki, a small village near Kumbo in the Saw clan of Northwest region of Cameroon. He studied at local seminaries in Cameroon and Nigeria, trained as a teacher in Nigeria and London. Then he earned, bachelor's in theology in the Catholic University of Lyon and a doctorate in philosophy at the University of Freiburg, Switzerland. He served as a vicar in Sapporo before becoming a professor at Bishop Rogan College Seminary. Tumi served as a bishop in the Francophone regions of the country from 1985 to 1991 and the president of Symposium of the Episcopal Conference of Africa and Madagascar from 1990 to 1994. I will now proceed to talk about Tumi's philosophy centered on peace, justice, truth, with a strong emphasis on human dignity and reconciliation. As we all know, he was a vocal advocate for human rights, social service, social justice, and the rights of the marginalized in Cameroon. His philosophy was deeply rooted in his Catholic faith and his commitments to promote peace both within Cameroon and across African continent. Breakdown of his key philosophy tenets now for peace and reconciliation in Cameroon and around the globe. He was dedicated his life to the promoting of peace in Cameroon, particularly in the face of the Anglophone crisis, advocating for dialogue and reconciliation between the conflicting parties. On social justice, Tumi was a strong advocate for social justice, particularly for the poor, marginalized, and the vulnerable. He worked to address issues of poverty, inequality, injustice, speaking out against corruption and human rights issues. We go now to human dignity. Tumi's philosophy emphasized the inherent dignity of every human being, regardless of their background, social status. As concerned truth and integrity, Tumi was known for his unswearing commitment to truth, integrity, and even in the face of opposition parties. As concerning his Catholic faith, Tumi's philosophy was deeply rooted in his Catholic faith, which informed his commitments to the Catholic faith, which informed his commitments to peace, justice, human rights, and dignity. Tumi's philosophy was not just theoretical, he lived it out in his daily life through his actions and his interaction with others. He was a role model of many, inspiring them to work for a more just and peaceful world. I will now talk on Tumi's contribution to leadership for sustainable development. Cardinal Christian Tumi significantly contributed to leadership in Cameroon through his advocacy for peace, human rights, and social justice, particularly during the Anglophone crisis. He was a vocal critic of the government, suppression of Anglophone culture, and called for federal system to address regional tensions. He also promoted dialogue of peace initiative, urging for concrete action to solve the crisis beyond his political activism. Tumi was a respected religious leader who focused on fostering vocations, promoting education, and provide social services. His key contributions to leadership for sustainable development, we can look at the angle of advocacy for peace and human rights. Cardinal Tumi was a prominent voice for peace in Cameroon, particularly during the Anglophone crisis. He promoted dialogue and reconciliation between the Anglophones and Francophone regions, even in initiating an Anglophone General Conference. He championed for the Anglophone rights. He criticized the government policies that marginalized the Anglophone population and advocated for federal system and ensure their cultural and political autonomy As concerned religious leadership, beyond his political activism, Tumi was a respected religious leader who focused on fostering vocations, promoting education, and providing social services. He established institutions of centers for training, nursery schools, and dispensary. Moral authority guidance. Tumi was seen as a moral authority and source of guidance for the Catholic Church and the wider Cameroonian society. His influence of legacy, even after retiring as a bishop of Douala, Tumi's influence remained significant. He was awarded the Nelson Mandela Prize for peace building effort. Thank you for your attention, and I hope you can use Cardinal Tumi's legacy for your own leadership and development. Thank you.